Aye. Ready to do this show?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
We're back again. Now, we're back again. Oh, now, we're back again.
You ever have like a long period of time of having like food you don't really think about? That's not like how do I explain this to you?
Like, it's been a while since I've had food, or like it's...
Well, no, yeah, so, like, let's say, like, it's not like a food that you absolutely love that you've gone, like, without about. It's just, like, a basic, anyday food that people, like, let's say milk.
Sure. All right.
Is there a food like milk that you haven't had in, like, forever, and then, like, the moment you have it, it's, like, the greatest thing in the world, but it's just, like, a basic food that, it's not like a cake or a pie. It's not a treat or a cookie or, like a fucking steak ribs. It's just like a normal, like, milk.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That's where I'm at in my life right now, Joe. So I need to diet. I say it a lot. I need to fucking diet. I am fat. I know this. Like unhealthy, obese, fat. Still attractive, just fat.
Yeah.
Watching these fucking editing these cemetery videos, and just seeing myself. I'm like, I know I didn't look that fat when we did it 2 years ago.
Right.
A little bit is because the beard wasn't grown in and shit like that. And honestly, since these are being edited the way they are, because we're gonna do voiceovers for them and shit, there's not really scenes with us in it.
Right.
So I'm like, at least I don't have to worry about my fucking beard. But one of the cemeteries we did, the one with the crying angels or the crying Jesus, the bleeding eyed Jesus.
Yeah.
There's one scene where I walked in front of the camera and it's like, God, look at that fucking porpoise. Like, holy hell. I'm just like, this is so fucking gross. So I was like, I need to fucking diet. And I know for me keto fucking works. Can't explain it, don't understand it, but I know keto fucking works. That and a positive attitude, because I also believe that my positive attitude is what helped me persevere in my dieting. But I know that I need to add some things to the keto that I know helped as well, and that was the fasting, the 8-16 fasting.
All right.
So I'm doing this thing right now where I'm giving myself a couple weeks to get more acclimated or get back on track with fasting. So that way when I get back into keto, my body's already, triggered into the whole, fasting concept.
All right.
So I'll eat lunch around like, I don't know, like 11 o'clock ish, 11:30. I'll come home. I'll eat dinner real quick, like around 7 ish, and then I stop. I will fast between like 8 p.m. and noon, or 7:30 p.m. and 11:30. Whenever I get done eating dinner, that's when my fast starts. So it's typically around like maybe like 7:30 ish.
Sure.
So I went grocery shopping, and I'm shopping for shit that I want to fucking eat.
Yeah.
Like things that I want to do. Like, it's like I'm sick and tired of constantly going to fast food and just like, I'm just going to go to fucking McDonald's real quick, or fucking Taco Bell, or I'm going to stop at the Creamery on Weenie Wednesdays. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to buy some food so I can have shit at home for dinner. And for the last month and a half, I had craving for 3 different things. Chili dogs with mustard and onion. Hot Italian sausage with marinara sauce and mozzarella. And I like to grill the hot Italian sausage, put it in the bun with the marinara sauce, put mozzarella cheese over it, and make a few of them. And then I will put them in the oven and bake them to get like the kind of the crispy bread with the melted cheese and shit.
Awesome. That sounds amazing.
It's phenomenal. And then Polish sausage with grilled onions and sauerkraut. Those are my 3 things that I've been craving for months. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go buy this stuff, which luckily Burkhouse was having a sale on Italian sausage and Polish sausage.
Nice.
I think it's because it was close to expiration. I think it was like a couple days before it expires. So I'm like, fuck it, that's what I have freezers for. Who cares?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I had the Italian sausage and stuff like that, and like I think I make like 4 of them. No, correction, I made 5 of them. So I had 2 for dinner that night. I brought one to lunch for me the next day, and then I had it for dinner the next night. So this was Sunday night, Monday lunch, Monday night, and then on Tuesday I did the same thing with chili dogs. Except I had 2 chili dogs for dinner, or I'm sorry, 2 chili dogs for lunch on Tuesday, dinner on Wednesday, and then lunch today.
Nice.
And I'm
Sounds
gonna
delicious.
I'm gonna make post sauce this weekend because I gotta bring out the thaw. But the other thing that I bought myself was I wanted cereal because I wanted something quick and easy I could have like if I didn't have like time to make dinner or I just didn't feel like having dinner or I got home late from work and I wanted to get I wanted to eat something before I got my fast dinner. I'm trying my best to stay away from fast food restaurants.
Right.
Like, I just want to stay away. So it's like if I end up working late and I gotta get home and eat something real quick. I got Hot Pockets and I got cereal. So I'll just have something fucking quick to eat that I can just get down and start my fast. And then whatever time I start my fast, just go 16 hours after that. So if I start my fast late, I just eat, lunch late the next day. Burcott's has the Halloween cereals out.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, the Count Choculas and the Frankenberry and or the Blueberry. Yeah, Blueberry, Frankenberry. They don't have the Wolf one, which I don't think they really make anymore. The strawberry, some shit like that.
Something like that.
So I was like,
Frankenberry,
cool.
blueberry.
So I'm going to get
Count
Count
Chocula.
Chocula because I'm a chocolate cereal guy, mostly because of the milk at the end. And then I got fucking regular milk. I got 2% milk. And let me tell you, Joe, I don't know the last time I had milk. I couldn't fucking tell you. In my mind, no fucking memory of the last time I had fucking milk.
Really?
Yeah. Like I cannot, I could honestly tell you that the last time I had milk was sometime before we went to Indiana and did these vlogs. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to grab some milk with my breakfast, but they didn't have any milk. And I was like, well, fuck it, whatever. So I know it was before July. So sometime maybe in May or June. When I made that fucking cereal, holy shit, it was the best tasting milk ever. And I think it's because, first off, knowing that when I'm on keto, I can't have fucking regular dairy milk. I can have like
Right.
unsweetened almond milk. But there's
You can't have milk on keto? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the sugar and shit in it.
Huh.
Yeah, I have unsweetened almond milk. So I know that I'm going to miss it when I go back on the keto.
Yeah.
But also it's just because I know I haven't had it for so long, and my love for cereal, just like the fact it was there, it's euphoric, really. Like so fucking euphoric.
Nice.
So I'm in a great mood because I didn't have fucking dinner tonight, so I fucking had a bowl of cereal as soon as I came home, and I'm like, I'm gonna have these fucking Count Choculas.
Sounds delicious.
And it was great. So I'm in a good mood. I am in a good mood as we're recording and everything. Great fucking mood. Which I think is best because I think we're gonna talk about some I don't know, some topics today that are controversial in some way.
All right.
So I'm gonna keep my good mood. Plus, work is going really well. It's been a little bit stressful, but I don't know who from my work listens to this show, but a huge shout out to some of the people that we have working at that lab who are fucking crushing this project that I'm kind of running. It was such a cluster when I walked into it, but because of these people, it's running. We're getting stuff done. We're still really behind, but we're not as behind as we were, and so it's incredible. I really want to do something for them. It's like I know, like it's like I don't gotta do something huge for them. Like I'm not taking them to fucking Six Flags, but maybe like bringing in like donuts or something.
Nice.
Like something nice is like it's like I know I want to do something nice for them. Like I know they deserve it because they're busting their ass. They're really doing a great job. And I want to show my appreciation. So I'm like, maybe I'll give them some fucking Dunkin' Donuts. Just go grab a 12-pack. But then I thought to myself, like, I know there's this little fucking cupcake shop in Mantino that I could probably grab some from like the evening and bring them in the next day. I think I might do that.
Hmm.
Right? Because I know I like when like bosses and shit would do that. I'm not saying I'm their boss. I'm not their boss. But I like when like upper management, and I'm not saying I'm management.
Right.
But would do just just things like
Nice
that.
things.
Yeah, it sucks that. And Joe, I don't know how much you have to deal with this. Maybe Maddie does. Maybe she could sympathize with me. But I mean, you've had jobs before I'm sure fucking, God isn't yelling at you. I'm sure he's a decent boss to work for.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's like, I'm so sick and tired of having to work these jobs where you're never acknowledged for your successes, but you're definitely acknowledged when you fail.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nonstop. Like you'll have your flaws constantly pointed out to you, but they'll never, acknowledge your achievements or your successes in any fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that. And I hate working for places like that. I walked into that lab, I think it was like maybe Monday of this week, and I explained to him exactly what I wanted. Like, this is what we need to do. I trust you guys get this done, and I trust you're going to do your absolute best. And I walked in the next day on Tuesday, and they exceeded expectations. Even with the workflow that they have, they were able to get me what I needed done as far as what I asked. And I told him thank you. And I was like, I don't know if you guys have heard this in a while. I don't know if you care to hear it or even if it matters to you. But I want you guys to know how much I appreciate the work you're fucking doing. And that meant something to them. And
Nice.
all it was words, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane how we live in this world where people have to that people are shocked or surprised by a positive word that's said to them.
Mm-hmm.
I went
Because
on
there's so few. They get so few words.
100%. I went on PayPal the other day just to check our balance and everything. Mostly check to make sure fucking Doug sent us our fucking money. But he did. The money was sent through, which is weird because usually I get a notification, but I didn't get a notification this time. And he wrote, and you could write notes like to the transfers and transactions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote on there, he's like, "Thanks for being such a good friend." And that meant
Nice.
something. It fucking meant something because I know in this world, I have quite a bit of family,
Right.
but I only have a few friends here.
Mm-hmm.
Like my friend list is fucking slim, and I got coworkers who I consider good people, but I don't hang out with them. I chat with them at work. We'll send a text and bullshit about something here and there, but to me that's not a definition of a friend.
Right.
I honestly I love Derek. Derek has been my longest friend for my whole life, but I haven't seen that kid in like 3 years.
Yeah.
That's his choice. That's not on me. I've tried. So realistically in my life, I have 2 fucking friends, Michelle and Colin, and I have a bunch of family, and like, obviously my family I put above anyone else.
Yeah.
But to hear Doug say that meant a lot too, because it's not like this is like just like a business relationship that we have at Carter Comics, but it's a true friendship that I have with a guy who is taking a chance on us. And it's a good. I mean, it's helped us out so much. I mean, we couldn't have done Indiana without him. There was no
correct. Yep.
No fucking way. Especially we couldn't fucking hang out in jacuzzis, like our own jacuzzis, not sharing a jacuzzi, our own fucking jacuzzis. No way. We probably couldn't have without it, but fuck it.
Yeah.
But and I messaged him back on Facebook Messenger, like, hey, I got your message. I just want to let you know you don't have to thank me for anything. Really, we should be thanking him. And I think we do. But I mean, I know I make fun of him about, his poops and, shit like that, but whatever. But he does so much for us here.
For sure.
And the fact that, we, like, as Freakin Studios, it's just us now, I think is going to help improve that. We're going to be able to do a lot more things.
Agreed.
So, Doug, I'm gonna do the plug here, so don't think I'm gonna forget to do that. But I just want to let you to know. I want you to know that we appreciate everything you do for us. And I do believe that you're a good person. And there are times where like I'll sit there and like, I know people have a hard time believing me when I say shit, and I tell people in the lab, and I know this doesn't make it better, but like I physically feel I have to tell them, like, I know you guys think that I'm being sarcastic when I say this shit. But
Right.
I really want you to know how much I appreciate, because I'll walk in there and ask them how everything's going. I'm like, fuck yeah, way to crush it. Keep being you. Just keep doing your thing. You have no idea how much is like over the top I'm saying this shit. So it's, I mean, to them, I mean, from never hearing it, it can sound like fucking sarcasm. And I have to tell them, like, listen, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass. I am showing you how excited I am that you guys are doing this and how happy I am that it's getting done. So I never want you to think that I'm sarcastic about anything that I'm not. I'm like, I honest to God appreciate them. And I told Doug that. I was like, I appreciate everything he's fucking doing for us. We've had other sponsors and shit, and we've had sponsors who didn't pay us anything, and we had sponsors who'd only pay us if the promo codes went through, or some big ass fucking company like Audible that only pays when people subscribe and shit like that.
Right.
Fucking Doug is different. It's
Yeah.
no, it's like, I mean, he's taking a chance on us to succeed, and I think that I know we're trying to do the best we can for him. And I hope he knows that. And obviously, it's been mentioned other places about our podcast, about how we've been doing this for 7 years now, and we're only at a certain level. And you know what? Yeah, we are. We 100% are. And I know a lot of that's on us for not, being the consistent podcast that we wanted to be at certain times. Shit happens. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's the end. I don't think this is where we just level off. Like, I think there's going to be a spike. I feel like there's going to be a climb in the future. I'm not sure how far into the future, but I feel like there's going to be a climb. And I think that's because I don't want to speak for you, Joe, but for me, I have like this newfound love of what I do here. As far as podcasting and social media and stuff. Especially this past week, I did was a Monday. I did JFW, and that was the first time ever that I had Dally, Nubby, and Steve on at the same exact time. And I was more excited for that episode than any episode I ever done of JFW before, because we were a collective together. Now, obviously, it sucks that Jay's not there, but I understand that. No ill will towards him. But it just made me feel good. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, it's awesome that I got this group of people I can talk about wrestling with. And the fact that we could talk for 2 hours on an episode and not even think about it. It reminds me a lot about how we can sit here, and no matter how much we try to do 45 minutes, our conversations end up being an hour 20 minutes, an hour 30 fucking minutes without even fucking thinking about it.
Nice.
And the idea that we can sit there and have this like idea of like, hey, you want to go buy a bunch of fucking fish sandwiches and try them, or Portillo's, or doing the diet vlogs and shit, these cemetery vlogs things. Like, I just collectively start realizing all these cool things that we're doing and all the cool things that we can continue to fucking do. When I was, I stopped over at Speedway. I apologize to you, Joe, personally. It feels like I'm going like several different directions at once, but I know you can follow me.
Yeah, I'm tracking with you.
I was at Speedway the other day, and I had to grab smokes and everything. And when I was walking through Speedway, I found the Pocky One Chip Challenge.
Oh, dope.
And I kept thinking to myself, like, I knew we were going to do that one day. So I think on Friday I'm going to stop into that gas station, and I'm going to grab those, because I think we're planning on doing the voiceovers next weekend. And I
believe you're right.
I think we might do that one chip challenge for YouTube.
Nice. I think that sounds dope. I've wanted to try that challenge for years.
Yeah, it's a different one though. It's a black box, so I don't think it's the same as the other one. I think this one is like worse.
All right.
But I'm on board. I'm fucking in. I'm excited for it. And I love the fact that, like, my mind, like, even though I can focus on what I'm doing on a daily basis, there's always a part of me that's trying to figure out what else we could do. Like, what more we could do. Because I know we could do so much. Like, we have the ability to do that, and I think we have the drive to fucking do that. So.
Yeah.
I guess my biggest thing, and what I want to ask our listeners who do listen to our show on a regular basis and on a consistent basis, thank you for doing that. Thank you for downloading our episodes. Thanks for listening to our episodes. If there's one thing I could ask of you guys right here because I don't think we technically officially started the show yet. Whatever. Share our show. Let your friends know about our show, because I think as we move forward and as we evolve, I think we get more personal conversations. More like, I think we talk about more things that I think people are going through and shit like that than like kind of how we used to. You know, I know we've had a lot more serious conversations over the last like year than we used to. So I encourage you guys who are listening to us out there to tell your friends just to give us a chance, just to listen to us, just to talk with us. Because I still want to do these lives with Cartoon Joe on Podbean. I still want to do them once a month, and we would love to get more people involved in it and get more people over to it to listen to us. But also, like, I would love to see the podcast numbers rise, the download numbers rise, and everything. Not just because I fucking live for download numbers, but because I want to know that I'm entertaining more people out there than like a certain number here, a certain number there. It's not about, you just listening to me. I like entertaining people and I like getting through to people. So I encourage you guys to at least just do that for me. Just say, hey, listen, I listen to this podcast. Give it a shot. Give it a listen, whatever. You guys know they're on iTunes and Podbean and Google Podcasts and Spotify. I say it at the end of every episode. Just tell your friends, hey, listen to this podcast. Give it a shot. And what is it about? It's just about whatever. It's just whatever they want to fucking talk about. Yeah. Two guys at the end of the bar just bullshitting. And you just having to eavesdrop on a conversation. That's what we do here. Also plug-in shit, like CarterComics.com, the one-stop shop for all your comic needs. If you're a comic book collector and you like collecting graded comics, well, they have them. If you like collecting raw comics, well, they also have them. They have them right there on their website at CarterComics.com, and you can sign up for the Carter Comic Club. Throw those comics into your cart. You can check out from CarterComics.com there, but if you're looking to save 10% on your entire order, you can use the discount code FREAKNET. That's FREAKNET. FREAKNET, the discount code, will save you 10% on your entire order. Now I know what you're thinking, Travesty, I'm kind of more of a bidding guy. I like to fight for my comics. I like to go on eBay. But we'll tell you what. Go to CarterComics.com. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage. You're going to see 4 different links, the 4 different eBay accounts that Carter Comics currently have with all their comics there. Go online, take a bid, make an offer. You can buy it outright on eBay if you want. And the best part about it, because Doug is such an amazing person, because CarterComics.com is such an amazing place, that 10% discount code also applies at eBay. So you're going to save 10% on your order at eBay as well. So that's our gift to you. That is CarterComics.com's gift to you, is a 10% saving on either their eBay purchases or their website purchases. Because they want to sell you comics. Apparently, that's what they do. CarterComics.com, best place for you to go to get your comics today.
The more you spend, the more you save.
That's true. Fucking man.
Buy a comic every day.
Yeah, and you use discount code every day. It doesn't go away because it's not a promo code. It's not a one-time use code. Use it consistently. Fuck
yeah. Yeah. Speaking of plugs, we got another sponsor in Audible. If you want to go find your next great read, you can head over to audibletrial.com/freaknet. Sign up for a free 30-day trial and a credit towards your first audiobook. Maybe you're looking for, I don't know, something horrifying. October's coming up. We're about to get spooky over here. Maybe you want to check out Stephen King's new book, Fairy Tale. Fantastic new story. Really, really fun from everything I've heard about it, and something he just felt like writing for the joy of it. You can find that among thousands, maybe even millions of other great reads over at audibletrial.com/freaknet. Sign up today.
Perfect. Guys, as Joe mentioned, this freaky show is coming back here in about 16 days, Joe.
Wow. It's coming up.
That's right. And the bonus side of it, in 16 days is going to be the release of the first episode of our Indiana Cemetery vlogs.
Can't wait.
I know, I'm excited. Just to give you guys that, I am going to try to put together a release schedule of the cemetery vlogs. Excuse me. But just
so people can get hype.
yes. So just to give you an idea, though, just so you know, I will list which cemetery vlogs are being released on what dates. But it's going to be released on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the month of October. So the fact that October starts on a Friday and ends on a Monday, you're going to get episodes on those days, plus 3 a week for the 4 weeks that Halloween's happening. Or, yeah. Is that right? Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, sounds right.
I think it's good on paper. But it is coming up. First episode is released here in, like I said, about less than 3 weeks. So I'm excited for it. I love Halloween, especially this freaky show where we talk about Halloween, spooky things. The Freak Joe makes his return for the month, and he gets to share with you freaky tales.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
But until then, we got a show we got to do here. I guess we could finally dive into some of the things I do want to talk about. So let's start with the very first thing I want to talk about, and that is bringing some shit back.
Ooh, let's do it.
So Joe, I want to ask you, what do you want to freaking bring back?
What would I like to freaking bring back? Well, I tell you, I've been thinking about that, and what I realized is almost everything I've ever wanted brought back is either back or will be back soon. And so, my good friend Jesse, who I believe you will be able to find on YouTube occasionally, as I believe Old Nerd Rambling. Let me double check that real fast. But anyway, he's been visiting because we've got a wedding to go to this weekend. And I asked him what he thought should be brought back. And he says there was in the 80s, 70s and 80s, there was a small action figure toy that I guess it's hard to call it an action figure because the limbs didn't move, as far as I can tell. Mm-hmm. But it was based on a Japanese manga, which is their version of a comic book, and became very popular briefly in America, called Muscle, Muscle, with dots in between all of them, because it was like an acronym for something. Millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere is the thing. And I feel like I remember seeing these toys at like different like older cousins' houses and stuff, but I've never actually like bought one. I've never gotten the chance to play with them outside of that. Maybe some doctor's offices or whatever have them around, and they seem like a lot of fun. And it seems like, you know, with all this nostalgia for that time of time, I guess, for the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it seems like the perfect time to bring that back. You know? Bring back some fun small toys that people can play with. Maybe they could make them on their 3D printers. People have those. I don't, but you know, some people have those. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could just have fun playing with them. You know, just go out and buy a bunch for their kids or whatever. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of fun, and they intrigue me. So, muscle toys, I guess, is what they're called. Feels weird to call them that. Muscle figures, I guess.
Yeah, they don't even color them. They're just all one.
Yeah, just one color of plastic.
You know what they kind of remind me of? What the Crazy Bones.
Crazy Bones.
Remember Crazy Bones?
Only very vaguely. I'm gonna look them up to make sure I know what I'm thinking about. Yeah, that's exactly what they remind me of.
Yeah, and I fucking Crazy Bones, dude. That was a dangerous fucking game. You know, you just whipping shit. It was like an extreme version of marbles.
Right? Ah, dope. Good times. Good times when there were no rules.
Mm-hmm.
But what about you? What would you bring back?
I'm glad you asked, Joe. So, I obviously, lately I've been talking about fasting, I started fasting this week, so my idea came to me last week when I was craving fucking breakfast, and it was a weekend. It's like I really wanted I wanted a good fucking breakfast. Like in my mind, cause I want fucking pancakes. I don't want to make myself fucking pancakes, but I want fucking pancakes. And I was like, I could easily run up to McDonald's and I can grab like the big breakfast, with the sausage patty, the pancakes, the fucking biscuit, shit like that. But it's like, I don't want to go to I don't want to get up. I don't want to go out. I don't want to fucking drive that fucking McDonald's. Blah, blah. I guess like Grubhub, but God, it's getting so fucking expensive.
Nah, Grubhub. It's always $30.
Yeah. So then I thought to myself, like, you know what I fucking miss? And it hasn't been around in like maybe like 20 something years, could be 17, 18 years. But Hungry Man used to have an all day breakfast. So it was like a TV dinner breakfast.
Yeah.
It was called a Hungry Man all day breakfast. And it had pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage, bacon, and hash brown patties in it.
Yeah. That
And
sounds dope.
I'm saying like, motherfucker, I would love if I could just go to the freezer right now, throw that into the microwave. I mean, granted, Hungry Man prides himself on being known as like the pound of food fucking TV dinners.
Right?
I was like, man, I would love to have something like that. I mean, and you could go and get like, frozen pancakes that you can microwave or frozen hash browns that you can cook up. Like you get everything separate. You get like those scramble bowls or whatever, but I want something like I can literally throw a tray of everything that's there into the microwave at the same fucking time. Like I am eating the McDonald's big breakfast right there at home, and all I did is just had to heat it up.
Yeah.
But
That sounds delicious.
They don't make it anymore, and they don't have breakfast fucking TV dinners like that. So I would love for them to at least, I would love for them to bring back the Hungry Man's all day breakfast, but if they can't do that, just bring back a fucking frozen breakfast, TV breakfast fucking thing that has some shit that's in there,
Right? I feel like you can get like a giant thing of like sausage wrapped in pancake corn dogs from like Costco or whatever. You could probably get just frozen bacon and stuff, but you can't just throw it all in the microwave at once and be done with it.
Yeah, like I don't want to cook everything individually. Like I said, you could easily do that. And honestly, yeah, I could not be lazy and I could cook myself an entire fucking breakfast, but I just want to heat something up in like 4 or 5 minutes, eat something real quick, and go about my day. I don't want to sit there and crack a couple eggs into a fucking frying pan. And now I dirtied the frying pan. Now I gotta make bacon in the frying pan. Now I gotta make sausage in the fucking frying pan.
Or they gotta save the grease for later or throw it away.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to take 18, 20 minutes to make a meal just for myself that I'm gonna finish in 5 fucking minutes. I just want something to throw in. So it's like simplicity. I mean, there's other shit out here that they simplified. Why not do it for breakfast again? Give me a fucking TV dinner fucking breakfast. Give me an all day fucking breakfast. Let me be able to microwave my hash browns, pancakes, eggs, sausage, and bacon at the same exact time.
Hell yeah.
Yes. That's what I want brought back.
Yeah, nice. You know me, I love breakfast. Breakfast food of any kind. So the idea of having a convenient breakfast like that just sounds great. Sounds great.
And all they gotta do is bring it freaking back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Joe, have you heard, how much have you heard about this safety law thing that's passing the first day of 2023?
I have not heard very much about it at all. Just a couple of memes shared by people I don't really trust.
Right. I've been trying to look online, and I've Googled several times. Safety law, Illinois, pros and cons. Give me the goods, give me the bads.
Yeah.
And I want to try different fucking places because I know some places will be more biased. I know some places want us to just say flat out, this is a bad fucking idea.
Right.
And I listened to a couple of things, and basically I think the major point of the bill is to get rid of cash bail.
Yeah.
Like it's a definitive decision on if somebody is going to jail or being released. There's no you're going to jail until you make a bond and everything. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the way Pritzker mentioned it in his speech, he says that the biggest issue that everyone is like not seeing is like this isn't a way for like murderers to go to trial and then get to go home before court happens or some shit like that. It's not for
Right.
that. The example he gave was a mother who stole a loaf of bread to feed their children, you know, you know, doesn't go to jail for a bond. They get arrested, they get a court, they go to a hearing, they get a court date, then they go home before
Yeah.
they get to go home until the court date and everything. Which, okay, I'm down with that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But then there are certain things that apparently that if they don't oppose to be a flight risk, then they don't have to go to jail. So like domestic abuse and stuff like that. So like if a husband like attacks his wife and stuff like that, goes to a hearing, there's a court date, if they don't see him as a flight risk or a immediate threat, he can just go free until his court date. That's a little
Gotcha.
weird. So I mean, and obviously, I mean, like I think the judge could decide to ultimately keep him in jail to the court date. That's what
Right.
I'm not fuzzy on, because they keep listing these certain things that people can do, but they no longer need bail set for.
Right.
So it's like so the part that I'm not getting is I'm trying to see if I can remember the list. I know theft was part of one. I know nonviolent crimes is a part of it. Something, but there was one that said like vehicular manslaughter or some shit like that.
Oh, fascinating.
I got the fucking article from ABC7, but it doesn't like really tell you much. Let's see if I can find a part. Not for the postman. The Republican candidate and attorney. No, very high burden. Bill sponsors join. You can resume innocent. No, so no, that doesn't tell you anything. Also, one of the things I didn't get was like if you're to appear in court and you don't show up in court, they don't have to go look for you or do anything about it for 48 hours.
Interesting.
That's what's weird to me too. It's like I think after 24 hours you should be able to like maybe look, because in 48 hours you could drive a good distance.
Right.
So I don't think it's the purge that everyone thinks it's going to be.
Right. Yeah. It's definitely not that.
Yeah, I'm praying to God that people don't see this as an opportunity to, see how far they could go to that line before they step over it as far as crimes go. I don't think they're going to do that. I pray they don't do that.
It'd be real weird if anybody did that, frankly.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to increase crime. I read an article where it said like crime in Chicago is up 37% since last year, but
yeah, it's because rent is up and nobody has any money.
But it's like everyone keeps like assuming that it's going to be this all out fucking purge, and I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I mean, the one thing I could see is like I could see like maybe theft being a thing, because there's no like immediate rest in the jail, bond and everything. So I mean, like a loaf of bread thing, like Pritzker made the example for, I can see that maybe happening more times than not. But at the same time, it's almost like the example. Even though I don't agree with what you fucking said, but I'll agree with you at this moment. If somebody Robin Hood's a fucking grocery store, I get it.
Right. Yeah.
I fucking get it. But if it's true to where like a domestic violent, somebody who commits domestic violence is set free, then I think as long as they have the restrictions, on the obvious restrictions of, hey, listen, if you're going to be released until your court date, but you are in no way do you go near this person,
right?
Or else you go in.
Yeah.
So I think if they make those like requirements, which I think they would anyways, I think even if you were to even if you were to post bail, you're not supposed to make contact with somebody that you're going to court against. But I think it's like as long as they firmly enforce that stuff, I guess I don't see a problem with what they want to do. But at the same time, I can't find the pro and con list of this shit.
Right. Yeah, I'm not finding anything good either. I mean, like useful, not like
informative. It's just
yeah,
you're either gonna get articles that describe the bare minimum of what they want to do, or you get the complete opposite of like they're tearing apart this fucking state.
right.
Like there's no
Yeah, that's what I
middle.
feel like. I've seen a lot of like they're crime is legal now type of takes, and then I've seen like only takes that focus on cash bail, which is something I know about cash bail, but not enough to cover every single step that you've brought up just talking about it. So now I'm sitting here, I've got the bill pulled up and I'm trying to read it, and it's just like, I don't know, legal language can be tough to parse.
Are you a speed reader?
Not super, no. I read really slowly, but I retain it a lot better, I think.
Gotcha.
I like to think. I do.
I like to think. Yeah, like I said, it's just like, I mean, like so one thing is like Illinois' non-detainable offenses include aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing, arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, intimidation, kidnapping, robbery, second-degree murder, threatening a public official. So it's just like
I feel like more public officials need to be threatened. So that last one's good, but
well, the thing is like, so threatening a public official, intimidation, like shit like that. Burglary is theft without harm, right? I mean, like it's not.
I would think, yeah.
I mean, isn't that what it is? Like when you're burgled, like you're kind of breaking into a place. Like
That's how I view it. Yeah.
yeah.
Or that's how I understand it, I should say.
Yeah, so like things like that, I can see like you being like here's your court date, come back when you're ready. You don't need a bond and everything, but drug-induced homicide, kidnapping, kidnapping, aggravated battery, aggravated DUI. Okay, aggravated DUI. Take your license away, don't drive a car, come back. I can see no bail. I guess I'm on board with that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
what is aggravated DUI? I don't even know what that means. I thought there was just DUI and not DUI.
Let's find out. I know. I thought I knew. And I went to law enforcement. I should know this shit. Aggravated DUI. I'm showing images. That doesn't help. In Illinois, any DUI charge that is classified as a felony charge is automatically considered to be an aggravated DUI charge, as the name suggests.
Oh, okay.
Aggravated DUI is more serious than a misdemeanor DUI. So I'm guessing an aggravated DUI is more like if you're drunk driving and you hit something or someone, compared to like a misdemeanor DUI where like the blood alcohol content is low, you're swerving a little but not crashing into things.
Yeah, or like if you got like an open container or something.
Yeah. So I'm on board with the no bail part of that. But honestly, drug induced or not, I think if you murder somebody, I don't think that's a bail thing. Period.
Right? I mean, yeah, it shouldn't. I feel like the judge should just be like, nah, you're gonna wait this out in jail.
Yeah, especially like especially if it's like drug induced, I'm gonna assume that you have to have some acknowledgement that you did it with some proof that you did it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're like, I don't know, is Jekyll and Hyde? Did they know of each other, or what am I thinking of?
I think Jekyll knew of Hyde, but I don't know about the other way around.
Yeah, and then kind of like the Wolfman kind of thing, like he turned into a wolf. You just don't know what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
So it's just there's so much. God, and I hate to fucking use the phrase. I don't want to. Fuck it, I'll use it. There's so many gray areas that you can fucking.
Sorry, I didn't know what the phrase was going to be, and then you used it, and it got me.
I don't know another alternative phrase.
Well, look, there wouldn't be so many gray areas if people just picked one and stuck to it, and didn't try to just change letters around or pronounce it Chicago or whatever.
True. That's true. Yeah. 100%.
There would be at least one fewer gray area if that were the case.
100%. Yeah, with a British spelling.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, it's just everything you look at, you can sit there and say like aggravated.
This reminds me of. Sorry, I clicked the link. It says Pritzker sets record straight on Safety Act. And I'm like, okay, well, how did he set it straight? And it just has one quote from him. And then it has a quote from Darren Bailey, his opponent in the upcoming gubernatorial election.
Yeah.
And I feel like, so I was researching stuff for a Sunday school class that I'm teaching at my church. And one of the things I decided to look up was the Jackson, Mississippi water problem that's been in the news the last couple of weeks.
Is that Jackson?
And it took me, huh?
That's okay. Never mind. I'm thinking Jacksonville. But yeah, Jackson, Mississippi. Okay.
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, I'm trying to figure out what the actual problem is, because everyone's like, Jackson, Mississippi has a water problem, but no one is saying what the problem is. And so it took me 4 news articles, like following hyperlinks from one article to another, to finally find the actual source of the problem and what was happening. Which, if
flooding,
you're curious, right? Yeah, it was flooding, overwhelmed the water treatment plant, which made them have to turn the water treatment plant off, which means the water is now contaminated because it's not being treated, and it means you don't have any water pressure because the plant isn't pumping it to you. And all I kept hearing about was either the water pressure or the contamination. And it's like, well, why? Why is it like that? Ridiculous.
Yeah. It's nutty because, like, like when Flint had their water problem, you knew why instantly, like immediately.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, like, and the whole reason I knew the issue in Jackson was because I did what you did. I had to keep searching and scrolling through. I was like, okay, all I'm seeing is that nobody is helping these people, not what's going on. It's just it's finger pointing. Like the news is more focused on finger pointing and finding out why isn't there water being sent to this place, other than explaining what the issue is.
Yeah, they want clicks. They just want clicks. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
And most of the articles that I found, like when I sat there and I googled Jackson, I think I put MS, Mississippi's MS, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, I put Jackson MS water issue, and maybe like 75% of the articles was saying money sent to Ukraine, nothing sent to Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's like 2 things don't relate to each other.
Yeah.
It's like, and I do. I sympathize with the people down there. It's like, yes, there should be truckloads of fucking water being sent down to them to fucking help them.
Right.
But you're not explaining what the fuck is going on. Even with links to Blue Cross to donate money. Doesn't explain what happened, just says they need water.
Right.
It's like I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I want to know why do they need the water?
Yeah.
I mean, of course they need water. Everyone needs water, but like, come on.
I mean, like, you're right fucking there. You're by the Gulf of Mexico. What do you mean you have no fucking water?
Right.
But it's not that they don't have it. It's just it's contaminated because of the flooding and storms and everything. It's like, okay, well, fucking say that. But yeah, no, it goes back to the safety thing. It's like everyone is either on board of saying it's a good idea. Cool. Why is it a good idea? Or it's a bad idea. Why is it a bad idea? Well, because killers are running free. It's like, are they though? It's like, tell me what the fucking thing is. Give me the positives and negatives, and I want both sides.
Right. Explain like I'm 5.
Yeah. Well, 5. God, that's ambitious.
Yeah. I said there should be a website. I know there's like a subreddit that's explained like I'm 5. I wish there was a news organization that was just called Explain Like You're 5 or whatever. I just want to know.
Would you like
maybe maybe 12. Explain like you're old enough to understand it, I guess. But,
Joe, make a note. When Freakin Studios finally gets off the ground and it becomes our sole job, I would like to make a podcast with you called Explain to Me Like I'm 5.
I think that would be very fun. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I think it would be great. And I think it's doable because I would love for you to explain to me shit that I don't fucking understand. But yeah, it's just,
how do we keep finding these podcasts that I'm pretty sure don't exist? Like this freaking show. I'm pretty sure there's not an Explain Like I'm 5 podcast.
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, when I create podcasts, I do not duplicate titles of podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, by the way, I did find out that Book of Joe tested well with a small focus group I put together. I forgot to tell you.
I'm curious on who this small focus group is. Is it the church?
It was the people. No, it was people I was hanging out with for at Worldcon a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so it wasn't even like Bible-based people. This is just random
No.
people.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
They really liked it. They really thought it was a good title. They were like, you should go buy that right now. And so I went and I looked. Bookofjoe.com is about $1,200 a month.
What?
So, or maybe just $1,200 flat out. Let me double check.
Like somebody owns it and that's what they're willing to sell it for?
Yeah.
Was this like GoDaddy?
Oh, see, someone has a Book of Joe now. Oh, I'm going to be so mad if they bought it in the last week.
Don't tell me somebody made a show.
No. It's just a random website that looks like it's somebody's online diary.
Oh. Hey, there's actually Joe Madden and Tom Verducci, the Book of Joe.
Oh, man, this goes back to September 6th. That was when I was looking at it. It's actually September 4th was when I looked at it, but... Oh, no, September 5th. What the hell? This is annoying. I'm annoyed.
So somebody bought it within the last couple weeks?
It kind of looks like that, but then I'm scrolling down to the bottom of the page to see if it goes any further back, and it keeps going further back. They just don't have a main link on their front page.
You know what I'm happy about, though?
What's that?
I'm happy that somebody like that bought it and not a petty podcaster who wants to get back at us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because if it was a petty podcaster who wanted to get back at us, I have no problem calling it thebookofjoe.org.
Right.
Or thebookofjoe.net.
Bookofjoe.pod.
Yeah. Or thebookof.joe.
Ooh, I like that. Service unavailable, it says.
But I'm like I said, I'm 100% on board to do something like that. And if you're 100% on board and doing like that, then we'll start. I don't want to put out the first show till after the new year.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to do that. But we can get started on getting the stuff set up, like Podbean, the Facebook, and all that shit.
It's true.
So we get our names and stuff done. It sucks we can't get the bookofjoe.com. That is what it is, though. But like I said, there's .org, there's .net, there's .joe. Hell, we could get is cartoonjoe.com a thing?
Ooh, I don't know if it is.
Right? If cartoonjoe.com is available, then we'll just link that. We'll link all your shit. We can link this freaking show, the Book of Joe, gcl.net. You could have a Joe fucking website. The Freak Joe could be on there and shit.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. That's what I looked up. Thebookofjoe.com. I found it. I'm sending it to you if I can remember how to copy and paste on a.
So you want the URL to be the Book of Joe?
I think that's just what I googled, and it looks like it's what's available versus the other thing.
For $1,200.
Yeah, that's what it is. At least it's only $1,200 once, huh? Not bad.
Yeah, perfect. I'm guessing that's because somebody owns it, and that's what they're willing to sell it for.
Yeah, that's probably the case.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. If I got an email with somebody offering me $50,000 for thisfreakinshow.com, would you want me to sell it?
For $50,000?
Yes.
It'd be hard not to consider it.
I know, right? My mom told me
would go a long way toward building
right?
something.
My mom told me, she's like, if anyone ever fucking does that, you sell that fucking thing. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it would suck to not have it anymore.
Right?
But yeah, $50,000 to be thisfreakinshow.net. Freak.net. Oh,
right?
God. I looked up freak.net. It's fucking taken.
What?
I'm so bummed. Yeah. I was like, maybe I'll get freak.net and I'll just merge all our fucking websites into one thing. But it's taken. I think it's like one of those weird ones, like your $1,200 Book of Joe URL. I think it's like an expensive fucking URL to buy.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. I think freaknet.com was taken because we own freaknetstudios.com. But I was like, maybe I'll get freaknet.com, a shortened version. And like I said, we got freaknetstudios.com, thisfreakinshow.com, and JFW, or justfreakinwrestling.com. It's like, I don't need 3 websites. I can merge everything down into one fucking website. I'll just call it freaknet.com.
Right.
I think but freaknut.com is taken. I was like, how about freak.net? And I think that one actually might be available. I'm not quite sure.
Nice.
But getting off topic. God. Okay.
Yeah.
What else was there though? So safety law. I wish I had more answers for it. I don't.
Right. It doesn't seem as bad as people say it is, but it's probably not as good as other people say it is.
Yeah. I definitely think
seems like a really safe middle of the road description.
100% accurate. No, and I think that's exactly what it is. Like, I don't think it's as bad as people are making it think. I just wish they had just explained it better. I don't understand why. I get that you have to cross every T and dot every I. So I guess I understand that part of it. But does every fucking document that's written down have to be so complicated that a normal fucking person can't read it?
Right. It's insane to me, frankly. It is frankly insane to me that our law can't just be written in plain language.
Right? 10 Commandments. How hard was that? Thou shalt not kill. Oh, don't kill somebody?
Yeah.
Done. Fucking done. On board.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Straightforward. Easy to grasp.
Safety law. You steal bread, you could go home. You murder your wife, jail.
Right.
On board. You drink and drive, you could go home. No license. You drink and drive, hit a nun, jail.
Yeah.
It's like
Seems all right.
Right down the fucking middle. But no, they just shove all this fucking legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
It's like they want to confuse you. It's like I'm already confused enough.
Right?
Same. Safety tea. That is that. White Castle shrinks its hamburgers down to pizza roll sizes.
No. What?
White Castle has long been at the forefront of putting fast food. Now, this is from foodandwine.com. White Castle has long been at the forefront of putting fast food in the groceries freezer section. The chain loves to brag that it was America's first fast food hamburger chain in 1921. But the company also says that they were the first fast food brand to have a retail division as well, launched in 1987.
Oh. Sorry. I was Googling while you were writing.
It. Oh, you monster.
Sorry.
35 years later, White Castle is still looking to break new ground in the freezer section. And apparently, someone at the company finally asked the question, what if Totino's pizza rolls were actually White Castle burgers? Castle Bites, which are currently rolling out to stores nationwide, are bite-sized frozen snacks available in 2 flavors, hamburger and cheeseburger, and in 2 package-sized 18-ounce or a 40-ounce party pack. Though White Castle doesn't explicitly use the pizza roll analogy in the description, it feels like the easiest way for outsiders to understand them. The snacks are built to be made with 100% real beef and onions and wrapped in a crispy golden crust. It's an aggressive pitch, but depending on your level of White Castle fandom, it's an intriguing one.
I got to be honest, Travis.
Yeah.
It's been nice knowing you. It's been nice being your brother. It's been nice doing this podcast. I might be dead by the end of next week.
Did they give a release date to our area?
No, I don't know if they did. But
because I'm telling you right now,
if it's available, I'm eating them until I die.
Because I'm telling you right now, I am not above making a YouTube video of us trying these together for the first time.
I'm in. I just got to figure out where I can buy it.
Yeah, because I don't see a release date. Jesus Christ. Fucking read it.
All right, I'm just going to Google the release date. This is the same damn problem. A lot of news about them doing this. Not a lot of news about when I can get my hands on it.
You know what would be upsetting if this was a fucking hoax?
Oh, no. That would be really upsetting. I would be so sad. Which is weird because I didn't know about this seconds ago. But now I know about it. And I would be very sad. I probably wouldn't be as excited if they rolled out their original recipe, the 1921 burgers, maybe 6 months ago or whatever.
Yeah, that was lackluster, bro.
Oh man, I love them. I think they are the bee's knees.
Here's my problem with them, and I love you, but I blame you.
Totally fair.
You overhyped it.
I can see that. I can see that.
Now here's the thing, I liked them. I was like, you know what? This is different than a Whitey's. It was like, it kind of reminded me of the smaller burger. I can't remember what the smaller burgers are on like the value menu at Wendy's.
Yeah,
very
like the Wendy's Junior or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah. So when I bit into it, I'm like, no, I think I just got too excited. I think I was just overhyped. Joe sold me on this, like oversold it.
I'm sorry. I really like them. I really, really like them a lot.
My thing is, like, I don't think I'd ever order them. The only time I would ever order them again is if we ate and ranked everything from White Castle, which I'm also on board with doing.
No.
Because I don't know if you know, but they got like butter cake and like cheesecake on sticks that they dip into chocolate.
I knew about the cheesecake. I did not know about the butter cake.
I think there's like a butter cake one. There's like some kind of crumble cake. I want to say it was like a butter cake or some shit like that. But of course it'd be butter cake. It's fucking White Castle. They don't give a shit. Come on, they give you a 40-ounce fucking milkshake. No one else gives you a 40-ounce fucking milkshake.
It's a milkshake with more calories than the average person needs in a day.
100%.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
You get a large Frosty from fucking Wendy's, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
Because it's not a large Frosty.
Everyone else is downsizing. White Castle's like, here's the 3,000-calorie chocolate shake.
Yeah, like McDonald's. Like they used to give you a milkshake in a 32-ounce cup. Now they get you in the large fucking McCafe cup, which I think is only like 28 ounces.
Right?
Like, I'm sorry, but if I order a large milkshake, I want a large fucking milkshake. I will exclusively only get milkshakes from fucking White Castle because I know it's a large fucking milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't find a release date, but when it releases, we're doing it.
I'm down.
You hear that? You hear Burger King's coming out with like a new line of shit, like the Royal Chickens. Have you heard about those?
I have heard about them. I haven't tried one yet.
Yeah, neither have I. But,
they look good. I mean, when they came out with the chicken, I really enjoyed that. So I can't imagine it would be worse.
Yeah, because this one's like I think there's a buffalo one. I think a barbecue one. I can't remember the other one, but I think the other one has Swiss cheese on it.
Yum.
But yeah, Burger King's trying to like revamp like their whole fucking thing. Like they're trying to. I think they're coming out with like a new menu and all this shit. And
it's fine. They can do that. It's their prerogative. Trying to apply appeal to these Gen Zers or whatever. Fine. I just it's like when Taco Bell tried to be healthy for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's just not who you are, Burger King.
You mean the Cantina Bowls?
Yeah. Which you can still get like a black bean bowl from Taco Bell if you want, but like.
Yeah, but that's not what you're going to Taco Bell for.
No, you're going to Taco Bell because you hate yourself and need something to eat.
The only people I honestly believe, and this happened after I got let go from, or not let go. This is what happened after the Taco Bell I worked at closed down. We didn't have a Cantina Bowl fucking menu. Well, I'm assuming that the only people who order Cantina Bowls or order off the Cantina menu are moms who are dieting, who have children who like fucking regular Taco Bell.
Yep.
And even
also
then,
vegetarians.
Yeah. And even then, I do believe that they're reaching behind them in their van and grabbing a cinnamon twist.
Oh, yeah.
Or dipping a nacho into a cup of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good point. Vegetarians. Never really thought about that.
Yep. That's what, when I was briefly vegetarian, and that's what I would get. And Maddie often gets she'll get the black bean Crunchwrap Supreme, no sour cream. That's her go-to order.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever try that nacho Crunchwrap they had?
Yeah, it was. I really liked it.
So good.
I didn't like it as much as their regular Crunchwrap, but I would order it again.
Yeah, I used to get Crunchwrap with jalapenos in it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do like jalapeno and onion.
Yeah. There was
So good.
back in my fatter days, like I used to go to fucking Taco Bell and get a party pack of like I think it was like 5 burritos and 5 tacos and shit. And
Yeah.
that'd be my meal for like the weekend and shit. Like I'd have it like
The weekend.
oh yeah, no, like there would be times where I would love to.
I'd drive over to Taco Bell at like 2 a.m. on a night that I had like a paper due or something, and I would buy that, and then I would eat it. I would eat it all by the time my paper was done. Good for you with the self-control, making it the whole weekend.
My whole mindset is like I could easily sit here and eat this, but do I need to?
Yeah.
My whole thing, and I think what stops me the most is like I know I'm going to want to eat one of these tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that guy who goes to Taco Bell for the second day and like, hey, one more around the block.
That's
so
fair.
Like I'll get like the party pack of like 5. There was like 5 burrito supremes and like 5 soft shell tacos.
Nice. That's perfect.
Yeah, and then but the burrito supremes, I would have them add jalapenos into it.
Oh yeah, that sounds really good.
And extra sour cream. I don't know what it is about sour cream, but I need a lot of it when I eat Mexican food.
I really like it. Yeah, that's really tasty.
Like whenever I go to Chipotle, and I'm like, fucking sour cream it, bro. Fucking sour cream it.
That's what. And at Taco Bell, I like to take and get the. I'll get the fire sauce packet on the side, and I will put probably half a sauce packet in each bite.
Yes.
Just blort it on, take a bite. Blort it on, take a bite. Open a new sauce packet.
Yeah.
What a gross verb, blort.
I used to love when I went to Taco Bell and I would get food and they're like, hey, do you want any sauces? I'm like, give me a lot of each.
Yep.
Like I know I don't need this much sauce, but I want this much sauce. Like, give me a lot of each. I went to him one time. It's like, I mean, I can only give you as many per item you bought. I was like, bullshit, you can. Fucking hand it. Fucking throw your hand in there, grab a handout, throw it in the fucking bag. Wash, rinse, repeat through mild, hot, Diablo, fire. Let's go. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
Well, first of all, aren't they, sorry, I realize things change from restaurant to restaurant stuff, but aren't they required to at least give 2 per item?
They should.
That's what it seems like to me when I've had it. It's always like when someone's being real regulation about it, it's always 2 per item.
I can make do with 1 pack if I'm getting like a taco. I can make do with 1 packet. But like if I'm doing like if I'm getting like a double stuffed steak burrito, like I want to open up the package, squeeze the shit on there, take a bite, squeeze the shit on there, take a fucking bite.
Yep.
You know, like,
same.
Like I'm gonna need at least 2, maybe 3 packets just for that fucking burrito. Same thing with crunch wraps, you know? Fuck, sometimes I'll take a bite out of a fucking crunch wrap. I'll try to open it up as much as I can. I'll just start pouring fucking sauce in there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Stuff it in like a pierogi.
Yeah, if it's made right, it won't leak out the bottom.
Yep.
Speaking of Chipotle, did you ever look at that? Because you don't go on TikTok. Did you see that that viral video about people getting like $3 Chipotle burritos?
No.
So
that's
what
a thing?
Well, it was a thing. What
Okay.
people found a hack on the Chipotle app where all you gotta do is buy like a chicken taco or a steak taco, whatever, and it's like $3.
Okay.
And then you get everything on the side, like, you know, your sauces, your beans, your sour cream, because they don't charge for the sides.
They don't charge for their sides?
Yeah, so if you wanted like a side of sour cream, you don't get charged for it. A side of salsa, you don't get charged for it.
All right.
Like those, not like a side of chips, like
gotcha.
condiments,
Gotcha.
on the side. So they didn't charge for anything. And then you could order an additional like tortilla, like an actual tortilla, burrito tortilla. And I don't think they charge for that. They charge very minimal for it. So then people would go and pick up these orders, and it's like $3 and some cents because they bought the 1 taco, but with all the condiments and shit on the side. They open up the taco, and it's a soft shell taco, so they laid that right in the middle of the burrito tortilla, throw all the condiments on there, rolled up, and now they got a fucking burrito for $3.
Huh.
It got so viral, people started fucking doing it, that Chipotle took the taco options off of their apps. So now if you order tacos, you have to order it in line. You can only order the burritos and maybe quesadillas now on their app.
People suck.
Yep.
Look, if I know that like that's TikTok's whole thing is like, check out this hack that I found
Mm-hmm.
that is of dubious ethics. But it's just a thing I figured out. I can rules lawyer my way into a $3 burrito.
Yep.
Keep that shit to yourself. Don't fucking film it. Tell people about it by word of mouth. Let everyone find out quietly. Because otherwise, the company finds out about it.
Yeah.
And you can't do it anymore. Like I don't understand this fucking snitch ass culture we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
Where everyone's got to tell everybody about everything. Stop it. Stop telling everybody about everything. No one needs to know.
True that.
Tell your friends. If you feel like your friends need to know, tell them, but do it in person. Don't even text them. Just in case.
I don't want to write this down. Can we meet somewhere?
Right?
Bro, I figured out
drives me nuts.
You gotta get $3 Chipotle. But yeah, no, it just blows my mind how
Also, never have 3 people in a room talking about it, because that's the number of people is required for a RICO sting. Only 2 people at a time.
What the fuck did you just say? A RICO's?
Yeah, that RICO law where like they use it to bring down gangs and stuff.
Oh yeah. I know exactly.
Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Yep, I know exactly. Okay.
Yeah, two people does not a mob make, but three and they can bring you down. So only tell one friend at a time.
Perfect. Like a pen pal, but not like with a pen.
Yeah.
Never over the phone, never through a text, not through a messenger. Nothing that can be written on that people can physically see or recorded on. 100%.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it. Keep it secret, keep it safe. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about. You know what? I missed talking about this on Geekcast Live this week. My buddy Jacob was in over the last week or so. There was a League of Legends tournament downtown over the weekend. League of Legends, if you don't know, is a massive multiplayer online game. I don't totally understand how it works, but apparently it's one of the biggest sports in the world if you count esports as sports. Like hundreds of millions of people play it in like China, Japan, and Korea. It's like it rivals all Western sports in terms of the number of people who follow it and play it and all this stuff. And these teams are being paid millions of dollars to compete and play a video game. It's the wildest thing. But he wanted to go to it, and he said, "Hey, I want to go to this thing. It's in Chicago. Do you want to come with me?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I try to just roll with things when people have a suggestion. And I can't say I understand it much better than I did before the weekend, but it was a lot of fun. I had a good time, and it's a game I would play. And it's a free game to play, which is another neat thing about it. So,
cool.
Yeah, League of Legends, and I guess more specifically the North American tournament that was held this weekend in Chicago. So, what about you? What are you freaking thinking about?
So you mentioned earlier, this freaky show's coming back in October and everything.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, I love it because I love Halloween. I love all things spooky. That's why we do cemetery vlogs and everything. We do the Freak Joe guest hosting with me as he does Freaky Tales. But also coming in this October, and I want to say it was October 11th. I'm just going through this article real quick just to verify, but I want to say it's October 11th. It's a Tuesday in October. So, whichever is October 11th. The prequel to Supernaturals is coming out. The Winchesters.
Ooh, nice.
And for those of you who don't know Supernatural, fucking look it up. It was probably one of the most popular TV shows for well over a decade, nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
With Sam and Dean Winchester hunting demons and angels and all that good stuff. Ended 2020. 2021-ish, I guess. Well, I guess technically in 2020. No, 2021. Yeah. Dean Winchester, who is portrayed by Jensen Ackles owns his own production company with his wife, and one of their major projects that they're working on is a prequel to Supernatural that's going to involve the parents of Sam and Dean. So
Nice.
I think if I read it right, the first episode of the TV show is John Winchester learning about the men of letters and stuff. So obviously, this whole show is going to portray everything before the mom dies. But yeah, it's going to be about them hunting things and everything like that. So I'm really excited for it to come out. Like I said, it's October 11th is the scheduled date for it, and I believe Jensen Ackles is going to be narrating it as well. So and I don't think they mentioned anything about Sam and Dean being in it in any way, or even like children being in it anyway. I think this is all like them at the very beginning of everything. So
Nice. I like that. I'm tired of this bent in pop culture of showing the characters we know and love as kids.
yeah,
I'm into this. Give us a true prequel.
yep.
Yeah.
And that's, see, like, and I will take a prequel or a sequel of a show over a remake of a show any day.
Agreed.
Like Mayans, the sequel to Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's not as great as Sons of Anarchy, but what I really want is I think they were talking about doing a show called The Original Nine, which was the original 9 people of who created the motorcycle game Sons of Anarchy.
Nice.
So I was like,
you're gonna have David Harbour come in and play Ron Perlman's character. It's a Hellboy joke.
Nice. But yeah, I think it was supposed to start out with because I think initially they were like Vietnam veterans who came home. I think it was Vietnam. It could have been Korea. One of the two.
I can see that. They got that vibe.
Yeah, I think it was. I want to say it was Vietnam. They came home and started up this motorcycle club, and I think that was supposed to be the beginning of it. And I don't know what the hell happened to that. But honestly, I would take that shit over anything. I love prequels. I love when you have a movie and all of a sudden they're like, cool, we gave you the movie, now let's give you the origin story of it. The same reason was like, you've seen the movie Unforgiven, right, with Clint Eastwood, maybe at some point in your life?
Probably at some point, yeah.
Okay. I've always said, and I think I said on this podcast, that his son Scott Eastwood could play a young Clint Eastwood in.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to see. So William Money in Unforgiven. If you haven't seen Unforgiven, this movie came out in '97. So if you haven't seen it, fucking go watch it. It's fucking. It's one of Clint Eastwood's best fucking movies. Morgan Freeman's in it as well. It's fucking awesome. It's almost like Western version of The Expendables in a sense, where like this guy, this I don't want to ruin the movie. I'm not gonna ruin it for you. It's a great fucking movie. Gene Hackman's in it. Also a great fucking actor. He's the antagonist. But this prostitute gets cut up by this fucking drunken guy. And the Gene Hackman, the antagonist, finds the man a couple horses. That's all. That's what, like, he has to give up 2 horses or some shit for mutilating this woman. Woman still lived. Face is all cut up. So all the prostitutes get together and put a bounty on, I think like it was like 3 people, 2 or 3 people. Put a bounty on 2 or 3 people. And this kid finds William Money, who was a former gunslinger. And they say in the movie, he killed women and men and children. He didn't care. He just killed everyone because he was a bad man back in the day. But then he found a woman. He fell in love. They had children. The woman ultimately died of what I can only assume was the fever, distemperament, hysteria, whatever Oregon Trail took their fucking victims in.
Right.
So he came over and he offered William Money this opportunity. He needed the fucking money. Pigs were getting sick. He needed the money. So he's like, hey, listen, they're offering up this money. So he said, fine, I'll do it, but I need to bring my friend with me. And his friend happened to be Morgan Freeman, who he used to ride with. And they went off to collect the bounty. It's an amazing fucking movie. I would love to see the prequel to William Money portrayed by Scott Eastwood. Just William Money's origin story of him being a gunslinger and finding this fucking woman. I want that origin story.
Mm-hmm. That sounds great.
But Anyway, this origin story, the Winchesters, is the one that is set to be released. I'm sure it's going to be popular. I don't know if it's going to be as popular as Supernatural. I think it will be. There's actually a girl who goes to the wrestling school that I work with. She's actually thinking about starting a podcast soon.
Nice.
I can't remember what she wanted to call it, but they want to talk about, spooky things. But I think they're also going to talk about Supernatural as well. I think what they want to do is, I'll give it away. It doesn't matter if they do it, they don't do it. But I don't even think she listens to this show. Fuck her. They're going to talk about an episode of Supernatural, and I think they're going to find a story in real life that pertains to the same situation.
Nice.
They're going to talk about both or something like that. I don't know. It sounds like a really cool idea. I told her, listen, you need help. I'll help you figure something out. I won't be on it. Fuck no. I got too many podcasts, too many plans. Right. I got things. But it was a really cool thing. I told her, hey, listen, are you part of Freakin Studios? Just don't be political. And don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Winchesters, that's what I'm excited about. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Every week you catch this freaking show here. Oh, God damn it. Every week you catch Cartoon Joe here on this freaking show. But that's only an hour. That's just an hour. And I know that's not enough Cartoon Joe for our listeners. So, if our listeners need to find more Cartoon Joe in their week, where can they go?
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over at the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Perfect. Guys, as I mentioned before, I do appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to us. And again, I encourage you to let your friends know that we're here. Just tell them to give us a listen. Who knows? Maybe they'll like us. We don't know. And the best part about this is, we love the responses and the interaction from our fans. So I encourage you guys to reach out to us and give us any of your comments, concerns, or even suggestions for a show. Because we like doing that. We like talking to people. We want people to come on, content creators. If you guys have created anything, you want to come on the show and talk about it, feel free to do so. We love meeting new people as well. You can find our shows when they are released on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean just by searching This Freaking Show. And, of course, follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching This Freaking Show. Guys, that's all I got for tonight. As always, I am Travis T.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.